engines.
Hello, and welcome to this evening's Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. You join myself, Lemony Tang, in the commentary booth. This is the International Friends Racing League. It's round 12. It's the final, ladies and gentlemen, from Zandvoort. And we can't wait for this one this evening. The champion Groovy is in the session here in 8th position in the pit lane at the moment. But we've got a few cars out on track, so we'll have a look out here. Going to be an interesting Grand Prix for these guys. Zandvoort, tight and twisty track. It's 14 corners, 2.6 miles, 4.2 kilometers. And it certainly is a handful for these guys, 1,000,000% out here. We have a look at Briggsy. He's not quite the first car out there. We'll have a look at Alligator, is it? No, it's Felix Zone. So we're right on board of Felix Zone here, and let him take us around a warm-up lap here first of all. And then we shall wait for the first flying lap here. It's a short track here as well, very fast I should say. 1 minute plus lap times, so plenty of time to get 3 laps in here for these drivers. But here we go, Felix Zone is on his first lap at the moment. Important to get a good banker lap, otherwise you'll find yourself struggling under a bit of pressure for the rest of qualifying. Down towards turns 1, Tarzan swooping in, reprofiled recently enough, but keeping the same characteristics. A little bit banked into that corner there. Turns 2 and 3, very tricky. Really watch out for this hairpin onto the back straight. Now you go through up the hill 4 and 5, flat out through this sector now, and we right on board up over the hill towards turn 7 now. Watch out for the rear end as the track drops away through the apex. He's in the wall. He's crashed. I can't believe it as we just say it. That's exactly what can happen for these guys. Bitten straight away is Felix Zone. He's very lucky to be still in this race. I'm sure he's got some other damages, but he has had a misdemeanor there. Alligator's teammate were right on board now. Pick up for the rest of the lap. Through turns 7, 8, 9 in triple apex right-hander up over the crest there. Into turns 10 now. It is a swooping left-hand hairpin. Open up the exit here. Green flags down the back straight towards the 11, 12 section here. It's almost like a hairpin. It's a chicane hairpin. So here we go, 11 into 12. Watch the rear end on the exit. Very nice lines there, opening that up very nicely into the final 2 corners now. 13 a little bit wide, but gathers it up, and then to Ari Lyondike corner, the final corner, reprofiled to be super banked there. It's like a NASCAR corner. It's kind of class. Across the line goes Alligator. Briggsy was just in front of us, but they're both in a 112s, low 112s for the moment. Alligator just fails to crack the 111s, as plenty more drivers are out here on a lap. We'll see Groovy's out there at the moment. We'll stay up on board of the championship leader, or championship winner I should say. Fair play indeed. Cold Steel goes pole position on a 111.4 provisionally at the moment. Groovy's title contender and also teammate this year, Gunnerman, into provisional pole on 110.6. What a class lap time. That's what we're talking about here as the Groovy goes across the final corner. DRS open now towards the line and into second on a 111.2. But this is just the banker laps, ladies and gentlemen. There's still plenty more to go in this qualifying. 13 minutes left on the clock and 40 odd seconds. So Felix Zone is retired. Out on the track perhaps? I'm not quite sure. There's a car with no front wing through turn 1. Bit of action still happening out here, you have to say. Some cars, it's Felix Zone who's crashed out unfortunately. Tricker is in 13th, about to cross the line momentarily through the final corner to set his first flying lap here. Very low on the lap time there, we're left to believe it. Let's wait and see. 123.3, so it wasn't telling us fibs. We've had that before in the commentary booth, so forgive me for not trusting the telemetry. Oh, no way, we've seen it tuck just a little bit loose on the top of the hill, and he's lucky to gather that, in fairness to him. So there we go. So with a bit of low on qualifying, let's have a look at that issue for Felix Zone. He went off with the rest of it afterwards, but let's have a look here. This is all to the side. I don't know what's going on. Here we go. Back into the middle. So as we look here, Felix Zone through turns 1. Not too bad through there. Turns 2 and 3. Nice lines, you have to say. Picking up a good run through that hairpin onto the back straight here. But this is where he's going to have some issues, all right? It's the up over the hill. You're climbing the hill, and now it starts to go down. The rear end gets a little bit loose here as well. And look at this curb strike on the left. Just unsettles the car enough and smash into the wall he goes. Suffering there with severe damage, you'd have to say, but lucky to get away with it in the end. And yeah, he's out there crashing out, unfortunately, this time around. So, the second part of the first runs are about to happen. Kiru's out there through over the hill. He navigates that nicely. A little bit of a downshift. Jam. Jamie into fourth. Cracking that time. He was sounded very low on the revs there. Didn't know what was going on, but he gets it. Kiru's out there on a flyer now. Assassin's also started one here as well. Get the old shots going. What's the story, Jordan? What's up, Master Gamer? What's up, LT Tang? You absolute legends. What's the crack? Had a few issues out there, a few drivers, but they're all starting their second runs or just about to finish their first runs here. We're on board with Assassin, the Williams driver, navigating through the track at the moment towards the final two corners. Now turns 13 and 14, almost a double right-hander, but it is two corners in fairness to it, two different corner profiles. Now towards the timing beam we go, and he's into 5th position on a 111.6, so a second off provisional pole. So there's definite lap time for these guys out there, but what a cracking lap time from Gunnerman, in fairness to him. VFR Gunnerman 25 coming in here and smashing it on provisional pole with just under 10 minutes of qualifying left to go. Groovy's into second. We missed that one. Groovy's into second now on a 111.2. Briggsy was just crossing the line there in a 111.3. Cole Steele is in 4th on a 111.4, and Jamie is in 5th on a 111.5. So there we go, literally tenths between these guys. Hundreds, if not. There we go, Alligator and Ashburn, literally hundreds between them down there. Look at that as well, Dipwind and St. Power also hundreds between them. So a phenomenally tight grid here, you have to say. Very competitive, which is going to bode extremely well for the rest of the qualifying and race. I'm sure you'll agree. This is the International Friends Racing League. It's round 12. It's the final from Zandvoort, brought to you by Lemony Tang. And Groovy is your championship winner, but there's still plenty of bragging rights to fight for this evening. That is for sure. Groovy into a 110.9, trying ever so hard, but can't quite do enough just yet. Still another run to come along in qualifying. Cole Steele is into 3rd position now on a 111.1. So we're missing these lap times coming across the line. I'm not quite sure. Pedro Lamy, no, he's not about to cross the line either. Dipwind, no. Dipwind's the next car to come towards the line, so we'll stay on board at the Alpine driver. But we ride up with the TV cameras here through the final two corners. Goes Dipwind. DRS wide open out towards the timing strips, and he's into 9th on a 112.6. So still a bit of improvement there, but he'll be happy enough with that so far. He gains a position on Pedro Lamy, who was about to try and fight back here, is he? He's starting a lap now, is Pedro. So Pedro's going to try and fight back now. He knows what he needs to do. The rest of the guys here are throwing in lap times. We'll throw it back towards the top of the field here. My controller has stopped working. No, it's not. Won't let me go any higher than that, which is weird. We'll go down on the screen now. Let's see what's going on. There we go. So Gurnman is into the pits with an invalidation on that run there, so it didn't quite work out for him there. Yeah, no, there we go. We're all right now. It's all working again. Hallelujah. Don't know what's going on here. What are you meant to do? Jamie's just in 5th in the Mercedes, up over the Royals, wide, and invalidates. Lucky that's all that happened there, that we've seen cars come even more of a cropper up over that curve there already in qualifying. But he gets away with it for now. Ashburn's out there about to cross. No, he's not coming in on the sister Mercedes. Dipwind is out there, he's coming in as well. Pedro Lamy, is he coming in? Probably. No, he's on a lap, isn't he? Here we go. What kind of a lap time can Pedro do? No, he's coming in, so everyone's bailing out here. Is Tricker gonna do anything about it in the Haas? He's one of the only drivers still out there on a lap. Everyone else bailing in. Look at this, everyone's in the pits. Assassin's on an out lap though, so we'll wait and see. He's starting his lap now. Is he? It's gone a bit weird there. Anyway, Tricker into 9th. Happy days for himself. And Assassin is about to start his lap now. Here we go. Into turns 1. Tarzan. Banked corner. Tight to the apex. Into turns 2 and 3. Now opening up this hairpin as much as possible. Trying to get a good run and hard acceleration now up over the crest on the exit. Now down the hill towards 4 and 5, rising increasingly up the hill once more, and then again down the hill into turn 7. It's like a roller coaster through there, a little bit wide, keeps it in bounds. 7, 8 and 9, a triple right-hander. If you can make it work, you can't really, but everyone wants to. Oh, very loose there by Assassin, collects the car but loses an almighty amount of time, you'd have to say. Onto the back straight now. DRS is wide open. He's still maybe on for this, but he knows he's got plenty of time there. He's up there throwing it away a few tenths with that one. Carew's into 4th on a 111.1, so the lap times are tumbling here, but no one's able to dethrone Gurnman at the moment. We'll see how that one goes on. Gurman's out there on a lap. Let's ride on board a provisional pole at the moment and see if we can have a look and see any gains. Up over the rise into turn 7 we go, flicking down the gears. Look at that car, is stable on entry and exit. Very controlled and neat here with the Red Bull driver. Smooth is fast as well, don't forget. Green flags up ahead indicating a clear track. A little bit wide at that apex, but not too bad. Carried the momentum down the back straight now towards 11 and 12 we go with the Red Bull driver. Keeping it nice and tidy. The driver's keeping out of the way as well. Fair play. Now only 2 more corners to navigate, and it's really just this first one you need to get right. Open up the second one now. The final corner. Ari Luyendijk navigates that beautifully. DRS is wide open. Slipstream towards the line if he can as much as possible. A 110.463. I tell you, he must have been ducking down in that cockpit. Improves. Fair play to him. Provisional pole again for Gurnman. Moves that bar ever so higher for everyone else. Groovy, Cole Steele, Carew, Briggsy, all in the pit lane. Can see that. Well, Cole Steele's out in an outlap now, but everyone else can see that on their timing board, and that's what they need to beat. That's the story. Everyone else on a lap out here. Alligator is about to cross the line in the AlphaTauri towards. We go into 8th position. Or he starts another lap, I'm not quite sure. Ashburn out there. He's up only just on his time, if I'm led to believe correctly. Into the hairpin chicane we go on the Mercedes driver as we look on the outboard towards the final 2 corners. He's up on his lap time, but only just. Can Ashburn improve? Lucky to gather it up on the exit there. In fairness, ran that very wide to the curb, but here we go across the line into 8th position. So he does improve by 3 tenths. In fairness, if you can gain that every time you go out on track, you'd be a very happy camper indeed. Gurnman has retired out there. So it's up to Colt Steele and co. Colt Steele has started his lap now. Will stay on board, stay with the Ferrari driver with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock here. This is the final run for everyone. Throw it all out there. Leave it all out on the track. Oh, very loose, and he's around. There we go, as I say it. There we go. Colt Steele loses control. Just unbelievable. Just about saved it, but only didn't quite do it. Carrillo's about to cross the line. 1:11.195. He's only starting a lap, so I don't know what's going on. The timing screens are a little bit bogey this evening. Tricker is out there about to cross the line now himself. He's the next car along. Here we go. The Haas driver in 13. He improves by 7/10. What a fantastic improvement there by Tricker. He brings himself towards the grid. So close between everyone, you have to say. Class driving by everyone. I think that might be Groovy about to start a lap. Yes, it is indeed. So Groovy's out there now. Carrillo's out as well, but we'll concentrate with the championship winner here. Very loose through turn 1. And is that going to be too much to gain back? We'll have a look here. Navigates the hairpin, hits the rev limiter as well up the hill. So into 7, a little bit up in fairness, but not by what we need to. Nearly up by a 10th here on Groovy's lap time, but not so quick on Gunnerman's time. Has to be made up through the final sector here. We ride on board with the championship winner through the fabulous turn 10 towards the back straight now. 11 and 12, chicane, hairpin. What can Groovy do? Cutting that curve very nicely indeed, and then gets that double apex almost on the exit. Hard on the throttle now towards turn 13. Good run through there, and now it's just a race to the line. Duck in your cockpit if you can to get as much aerodynamic as possible towards the line. A 1:10.7, a very valiant effort by Groovy, but not enough to break pole position. Carew is still pushing out here, up by 800ths on his own lap time. Briggsy's out there as well. He's a contender also. Let's have a look here. Carew, oh, very wide in there. He's going to lose a bit of time, you'd have to say. Final 2 corners now for Briggsy. Briggsy's crashed out, unfortunately. That's unfortunate for him. Missed that one. Carew's coming in, and Briggsy was going to be the next driver I had lined up here, so he's going to be Assassin's across the line. Into 5th goes Assassin. Good stuff from Assassin. Good. He pulls it back at the very end. Stricker is the next car. Going to be across the line here. No, he's not going to do it. Alligator on board of him. He's not going to be coming in either, is he? There we go. Sprixie's on one, and maybe a man, but I think Gurnman has this, ladies and gentlemen. But let's wait until the fat lady sings here, because anything can happen. But Sprixie is coming in, and that is going to indicate the end of all the runs out there. Everyone else is done. Gurnman is your pole sitter this evening, with Groovy in 2nd and Colt Steele in 3rd, as we wait for the rest of the drivers to finish up here. But what a class qualifying session that one was. Fair play to Gurnman. Gets that very nicely indeed. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is qualifying over. And what a qualifying we have been treated there this evening. Gurnman takes pole position with Groovy in 2nd. Colt Steele in 3rd with Carew in 4th. Assassin is your top 5 with Briggsy in 6th. Jamie Suss in 7th. AM 73685 in 8th. Tricker in 9th, Alligator in 10th. That's your top 10 with Pedro Lamy in 11th, Ashburn in 12th, Sprixie in 13th, Super Saiyan in 14th, Saint Power 15th, Dipwin 16th, Tuck in 17th, and Felix Zone rounds out your qualifiers this evening. So as we wait for the guys to load in here, let's have a look at the drivers' standings here, because as we mentioned before in qualifying, Groovy wins the championship here for the IFRL Monday Night Championship. Class battles in the beginning of the season with Cold Steel, Felix Zone, Assassin, and Wasted there as well, but ultimately Groovy came out on top. Cold Steel in a valiant second, missed a few races, so only if, buts, and ands, but it is what it is. In fairness, Felix Zone as well in third, Assassin there in fourth, and Wasted still not quite settled out with them guys there, you'd have to say. So it's all to play for here. We have a look at the constructors now as well. Ferrari romping away with 491 points. Red Bull then in second with 253, but Williams right there behind in third, 250, and McLaren as well there with 246 points. So that's going to be a very interesting indeed. And as we look at the point systems there, 40 for first, 33 for second, and 248 for third, all the way down to 15th. So plenty of points for drivers out here in the IFRL. It's going to be an absolute class one. Let's have a look one more time. It's the final race of the season. It's round 12 here from Zandvoort. We remind ourselves once more of the constructors. We're looking out for Red Bull here this evening on 253, Williams on 250, and then McLaren on 246 in the team's championship. And the drivers, we have a look once more as well. So we see there Cold Steel, Felix Zone are battling hard for second, with Assassin close enough behind there in fourth for a good battle. So here we go. The race is about to commence. Gurman 25 is your pole sitter this evening, Groovy in second, Cold Steel in third, with Carew in fourth, Assassin in fifth, with Briggsy in sixth, Jamie Suss in seventh, and AM in eighth. Trigger in ninth, and Alligator is your top 10 this evening, but Pedro Lamy in 11th, Ashburn in 12th, Sprixie 13th, Super Saiyan 14th, Saint Power 15th, Dipwin 16th, Tuck in 17th, and Felix Zone is rounding out your runners this evening. This is the IFRL International Friends Racing League. It's round 12. It's the final from Zandvoort, brought to you by Lemony Tang. Can't wait for it. I'm sure you guys can't. What's up there, Jordy Master? You absolute legends. LT Tang. Can't wait for this one. Let me know who you think's gonna win the Grand Prix, and who you think is going to get second in the constructors as well. Here we go. The final cars are on the back. It's a one-stop strategy here. Softs to hards, or mediums to hards. We'll bring that up with you now in a minute. Here we go, really quickly here. Most of them on mediums, some of them on softs, one of them on softs and hard. So it's a bit of a mixed batch out there, you'd have to say. The lights are on the gantry here. We wait for them to go out. Here we go. Towards turn one. Gurman gets a good start with Groovy getting the nose chopped off her in second. Now around the outside goes Assassin, trying to claim the position as they go through turn one. Tarzan. Everyone seems to be streaming through there very nicely so far. Assassin and Groovy side by side into turns 3, yellow flags as well, so we have a bit of an issue out there. The rest of the field trying to make their way through the pack here. Yellow flags towards the back. I don't know, we didn't quite see it there. Everyone making their way up through the hill. The AlphaTauri looking very slow on the inside there, creating a bit of an issue. Assassin and Jamie Suss and Carew going side by side here as well at the top of the hill, so it's all over the place. Great battling in lap 1. Gurman pulling away at the front by half a second. Yellow flags are still out there, so we'll worry about that later. Everyone's settling themselves out now towards turns 11 and 12 we go. Any dive bombs into here, just about. Pedro Lamy trying it up the inside but thinks better of it in the end. As we wait for the rest of the guys to make their way through the back of the field there as well. So, oh no, a Red Bull is around. That's Pedro Lamy spinning through turns 13. Unfortunately for himself, I think St. Power might be doing as well. There's actually about 3 of them back there. Let's have a look here. Yes, indeed, indeed. We'll leave them to it for now. There we go, they're all recovering. Alligator, St. Power, and Tuck. Lap 1 always has their issues. Oh, the Aston Martin Carew. Alfa Romeo of Carew going around. Saves it. What a good save, you'd have to say there. Madness out here for the first lap. Felix Owen trying to make up them positions into 12th. At the moment on the back of this battle up in front of 5-car battle up around the corner. Everyone jostling for position here on lap 2 of 3, ducking and diving, but no one's quite able to make a move just yet. We'll pull up the telemetry here as well while we're at it. Yellow flags out there as well. I think that's one of the top has had an issue. We'll worry about that one later. Oh, a little bit wide there for the car up in front. He's up high on the bank and up the inside goes Super Saiyan, and Carew is finding himself all under pressure here, all over through the lap. Made a mistake early on. The Alpine tries it up the inside, but the Alpha Tauri goes around the outside here, gets boxed in now on the exit. Fantastic battle between these guys towards turns 2 and 3 we go. The Alpha Tauri gets the nose chopped off eventually. The Alpine, good battling here. Yellow flags up over the hill. Has had a bit of an issue. Right back on board with the AlphaTauri driver now, looking up in front at dipwind from Felix Owen's perspective through turn 7 and 8 now. So difficult with these cars, especially with that left little kink in that bit, just to upset you. Alpine a little bit loose. Look at this. AlphaTauri up the inside, tries it on through turns 10. Loosey goosey by the Alpine, and there we go. That's capitalistic driving there, but the Alpine dives it, keeps it going into turns 11. Steals outside, but the AlphaTauri makes the move stick. Fantastic maneuver. Really capitalised on Dipwind's mistake up in front and made him pay for it. Gorman getting a new fastest lap there. Groovy dropping back at 2 seconds. Assassin 6/10 behind Groovy up in front. We have a look at some battles as well. Super Saiyan's trying it on with Sprixie here. This is the closest battle here. Cole Steele as well is also quite tight with himself, and Briggsy with Jamesus just up the road. So this is really starting to kick off here. Battles are starting to commence, which are bringing other cars into perspective as well. The Ferrari driver pulling out of the slipstream up the hill to give himself some space up at turn 7. So there's a couple of pockets opening up here. Who was that running wide? That was Jamie, so he's bringing all debris onto the track here. So there we go. That's what brought the guys behind right back into it. A big battle and starting to open up here behind Sprixie as well for 8th, 9th, 10th and 11th. So we'll keep a close eye on that one as well. 2 main battles here on lap 4 of 36. Not quite able to do it there, but here we go. Look at this, nearly NASCAR 2 wide towards the back of the field here into the turns 1. Sprixie and his teammate putting the pressure on, or piling pressure, I'm not quite sure. Still side by side into turns 2, slotting back in is the Alfa Romeo. A little bit of a tappy tap from behind as well, but here we go on the exit now. Oh, so close, look at this, the 2 teammates nearly having contact. Now we're side by side with the with Felix on now, they settled themselves out towards turn 7, and that had a plane crash written all over it. Great driving from everyone, keeping their nose clean, keeping themselves out of trouble, and the battle commences. We're riding on board again with Felix on, looking at the back of this Alfa Romeo in front, and at the front of the Alfa Romeo behind. So interesting perspectives, getting a good view here, but the DRS now open for these two drivers, trying to look the inside, not quite able to do it. And the sister Alfa Romeo isn't quite close enough to capitalise either. But look at this, very opportunistic, tries it on the outside, but here we go. That is very sneaky driving there by Felix on. What a fantastic little bit of a run there. He tried it on, didn't quite get away with it, but I tell you, here we go, slipstream now down towards turn 1, pulling out of the slipstream into the braking zone, and that is going to be a maneuver gained for Felix on. Happy days, what a great move there by Felix. He really put the pressure on, and the car behind knew it was gonna be sooner rather than later and didn't put up much of a fight. Felix on continues on his way now towards Super Saiyan, and as this battle starts to dwindle here, everyone's settling out here, getting some good green flag laps in, taking them laps away, and finding themselves towards the end of this Grand Prix, and that is the aim of the game for now for these guys. The strategy continues. Oh no. Poor El Talk, aka Thomas. It's his home track and he's out of the Grand Prix, unfortunately. But we wish you well, buddy. Wish you well, EE. Big pals into the hairpin again once more. Cars gaining positions, battling for each other. Felix on passes Super Saiyan and Kirill passes Sprixie, so we missed that one there. A bit of orchestration between the two teammates, I suspect. But the other two guys up in front were certainly battling for a position in there. Concentrating again on this front battle here with Cold Steel, Jamiesus and Briggsy. All the while, Gurman is pulling away here at 4.2 seconds to Groovy in second. On a lonely second at the moment as well. Nearly 2 seconds up the road from this battle with Assassin, Jamiesus, Briggsy and Cold Steel. So Assassin's just a little bit up this road here. But if Jamiesus can get in that DRS zone. No, oh, very loose for the Williams. So here we go. Cold Steel is going to try and gain it around the outside. Like sharks in the water. Here we go. Cold Steel smells a bit of blood, and he's going to try and capitalise in towards turn 1. He pulls out the slipstream into the braking zone. He's showing the nose. He's up on that curb as well, but keeps it out of spinning, and has to settle back in behind Briggsy. Briggsy was lucky to get away with that mistake there. He caught it, but very lucky to sort that one out, you have to say. Let's have a look at that one again, side by side. So on the right there, we'll have a look at this battle. Oh no, who was that? That's Super Saiyan having a spin. It is indeed Super Saiyan. Spins out of contention down into 13th. No damage, unfortunately. But there's the Williams on the right-hand side getting a little bit loose. And then we've got this phenomenal battle between Cold Steel and Briggsy down towards turn 1. Briggsy ducking and diving, trying to pick up that slipstream. Pulls into the braking zone as well. Shows the nose, but can't quite make it stick. And as you can see, he's riding that curb. Lucky he didn't spin it around at that stage. But good racing from these two drivers, showing us fantastic racecraft between the two of them. And the battle commences here. 5 tenths between them once more. Excuse me. Jamiesus is on the back of Assassin here. Can he make any gains? Not quite down towards turn 1, but Cold Steel again, not quite close enough this time around to make any moves. So he's lucky with that one. Super Saiyan having an absolute shocker now after having that spin. Finding himself hemorrhaging time, having a secondary spin out there as well with overheating tyres. Yellow flag out there. I think Sprixie's gone around. He has indeed. He's recovered, but he's dropped down into 13th. So people are starting to have a bit of fatigue on these tyres, a little bit of an issue for these guys out there. And it's starting to catch them out here. 8 laps on these tyres. We're on lap 9 to 36. Hards, mediums. And we have Pedro Lamy out there on them softs. In fairness to him, brave man, but fair play to you. So a lot of drivers, a few of them, 1, 2, the race leader, 8th and 9th, and 13th and 16th are trying the alternate strategy here. Super Saiyan's in the pit lane, and then Pedro Lamy's on the alternate strategy, you'd have to say. But here we go, a race is happening towards the front of the field. That was a yellow flag out there as well. Oh, we won't worry about it. Towards the front straight we go. Assassin 4 tenths in front of Jamie Suss, can't quite do it. But Cold Steel again, 2 tenths in towards the braking zone, can't quite do it. Status quo, but Felix Zone is up the outside of Tricker, and he makes that move stick. Fair play, while his teammate is right behind Dipwind. Here we go into turns 1, so moves are happening left, right and centre. Can Alligator do it up the inside? No, he keeps well away. Fair play, good driving from everyone out there. Very class driving, I have to say. What you'd expect from the IFRL. Shown phenomenally all year long. Their skills and their racecraft are second to none. Do check out the link in the Discord. Do check them out because they're a fantastic bunch of guys. And check myself, Lemony Tang, as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. Sure to be new streams coming along shortly, and championships, competitions, you name it, it's going to be happening. Well, here we concentrate on this battle here. Jamie Suss is 4 tenths, 5 tenths, still not quite able to do it, but Briggsy, wait a minute, actually Jamie Suss is right in the back here. No ERS, that's what's happening. I should really be checking that out as well, keeping an eye. So he's running out of juice down the straight, he can't quite do it, but he's getting a good switcheroo here. Here we go, he's up the inside towards turns 2, but Assassin just shuts that door, I tell you now. It's like a salesman knocking at your door. It's like, bang, see you later. Don't do that. Be nice to them people. But yeah, you tell you now, slam. There we go. Dipwind and Alligator side by side. Back here through turn 1. And we're going towards turns 2. Alligator around the outside. Oh, look at this. Swoops it in. I can't believe it. Crash. There we go. Oh, no. Alligator's been spun around. Dipwind is carried on, but he's crashed into the wall as well. I don't quite know where Dipwind thought Alligator was, because he was on the inside legitimately there. We'll have a look now in a second once this settles out, but what are you meant to do? Can't believe it. Dipwind, man, what are you doing, man? Anyway, we'll have a look at that later on. Dipwind is passed by Sprixie now as well, but we concentrate on this battle. Dipwind is spun, unfortunately, out there as he... No, I think he's just waiting to give the position back, in fairness to him. Fair play to him. But racing's racing, you know what I mean? What are you meant to do? Like, you know, let the stewards decide afterwards. That's what I say. even if I'm after wrecking someone. I know, in fairness, you do have to give the position back if it's a blatant one. But what are you meant to do? Battle commences here for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Have a look at this side-by-side replay here. Because in fairness to Dipwind, he's giving the position back to Alligator. But here we go, 2 turns 2 and 3. Actually, it's quite a bit far back now, in fairness. I think we pick it up now in a second. So we concentrate on the left hand side here at the live action. The guys are making their way through 7, 8 and 9. But now the replay on the right hand side, we pick these guys up through the hairpin into towards turns 2. And do you know what? The Avatari did understeer into the Alpine, in fairness. Let's have a look at that one more time if we can get that up here. I know we're paused here, but here we go, because that Alpine definitely understeered in there. Definitely 100% understeered in to the Alpine as well. But fair play to the guys that are racing hard out there. You can't fault them for that one. Who was this? Jamie Suss just got punted into the wall by Briggsy. Or no, it's Jamie Suss after he's ghosting here. So there we go. People taking advantage of a car ghosting. Unfortunately for Jamie, he's disconnected. Has he? Oh, that's not me disconnected. I'm not quite sure. Hopefully not. What are you meant to do? Oh, yeah, so we'll leave that to it for now. Felix on into 6th position from the back of the grid. Let's have a look at these position changes, as I'm sure some of these pit stops have started here. Felix Owen up 12 positions from the start of this Grand Prix. Absolutely class stuff from himself, you have to say. I know there's some pit stops to take into consideration there, but he is on a tear through this field. Can he gain any more positions? Can he get a top 5 here? That's going to be a question. If he gets a sneaky safety car, he will. Super Saiyan has crashed. He has. And he's brought out that super sneaky safety car. I can't believe it. As I was saying it on the commentary booth here, literally gave it the commentator's curse. Absolutely, that's mental. Let's just have a look at that in replay because, oh boy, word, that's nuts. I'm literally saying it as it happens. We'll wait and see about these pit stops first of all, though. The race leader's in. I'm sure he'd be picking up a new set of tyres for a show with that, with a new set of mediums. Everyone else going to be on hards as well, so they're going to lose a bit of advantage. Hopefully this race is a little bit too long for these mediums, and Gunnerman might find himself in an issue towards the end of this race. Groovy's onto a set of hards. Everyone's going to be pretty much on hards, so Gunnerman's going to need to pull away here in case he needs to come in for a sneaky set of softs at the end, because them mediums, will they last? I'm not quite sure. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think. What's going to happen now? Oh, LT Tang forever waiting for that safety car. Oh yeah. Too right you'd be waiting for. You absolute legend. So there we go. Everyone's going to make their pit stops here. Let's have a look at that replay again, because I literally said it. I can't believe it. We'll take away the old stream here, and I'll shut up on this juice down the straight. He can't quite do it, but he's getting a good safety car. What? Switcheroo here. Here we go. He's up the inside towards turns 2, but Assassin just shuts that door. I tell you now. It's like a salesman knocking out your door. It's like, bang, see you later. Don't do that. Be nice to them people. But yeah, you tell you now, slam. There we go. Dipwind and Alligator side by side. Back here through turn 1. And we're going towards turns 2. Alligator around the outside. Oh, look at this. Swoops it in. I can't believe it. Crash. There we go. Alright, so I don't think we quite got what I wanted to show you there, but we had another look at the incident between Alligator and Dipwind beforehand. I think it's a racing incident, that one, in fairness. But Dipwind did slow down, get the position back. Fantastic sportsmanship. Can't fault the guys for that one. I called it wrong myself at the time in the commentary booth. I thought it was more Dipwind's situation, but on further inspection, it does seem to be a racing incident. So the safety car is out now. We wait for the Crocodile to catch up at the back. Most people have made their pit stops, hards, mediums. Pedro Lamy might come in for a new one, I'm not quite sure. We'll leave them to it for the moment, and we'll be back after these short messages. Hello, my name is Gavin Barr, aka Lemony Tang, and I am your next sports commentator. I have many years experience commentating on all forms of motorsport and sports in general. I do live commentary, custom adverts and graphics, product placements and professional intros and outros. I'm enthusiastic, energetic, knowledgeable and bring passion into the commentary booth. So do get in touch, and there's always an opportunity to grow and expand your league or company with myself, Lemony Tang, as your new commentator. Through this field, especially with some of the pace he's shown in the past. Look at that, different tyres up the inside, absolutely brilliant. But the Williams fights back on the outside, swoops it back around. Great defensive work from John Mason. Towards turn 1, it looks as if Brando's pulled out of the slipstream. He has indeed, but the side's better off it. But look at this, the Mercedes on the exit, and the Aston Martin gets a fantastic run. And the Haas up the inside, I cannot believe it. Up the inside goes the Haas. Fantastic, that's a twofer. The Ferrari's crashed. Oh my word, and Brando's out. Jarvis is on the outside, and it's a yellow flag. It's another safety car. It's another safety car. In fairness, this is only the first safety car in this race. It's been a fantastically good race so far. Gurnman is your race leader at the moment, lap 15, just about to start lap 16 of 36. Groovy, your championship winner and leader in second. And then we got Assassin in third, rounding out your podium positions for the moment. Felix on in fourth, very good into fourth position. That safety car sorted him out. Absolutely. I'm telling you now, go buy yourself a lottery ticket, because you definitely have the rub of the green here this evening. Felix on in fourth. I tell you now, how many is he up? Because that is absolutely class. 14 positions. He gained 2 more after the safety car. That's mad. So there you go. Felix on an absolute flyer here this evening in fourth. Cold Steel in fifth with Jamie Sus in sixth. Briggsy in 7th. We've got Tricker in 8th with Carew in 9th. Pedro Lamy is your top 10. Then we've got Sprixie in 11th. Alligator and Dipwind in 12th and 13th. Them guys will be... The gloves are off. I'm telling you now, great battle in the final race between these two drivers. Ashburn in 14th with St. Power 15th. AM in 16th. Sprixie and Talk have crashed out of the Grand Prix, unfortunately to themselves. But the drivers are on the back of the crocodile now, and we await the green flag at the end of this lap. One would assume. Safety car is in at the end of this lap, and we will look forward to this one. I'm telling you now, it's going to be pretty much a sprint race towards the end of it. There's a can of Fanta for myself. Keep me throat nice and sorted for this one, because it's going to be a cracker. Gurnman takes over the safety car privileges here, and we wait to go back under green flag. It's up to him when he wants to accelerate. He's gone now. He's cocked Groovy out, napping 100%. Groovy's going to be losing a lot of time here. I tell you, Assassin's there on the back, but look at this. Felix zone right in the back of Assassin. What is Felix zone going to have into the braking zone here? They start to fan out behind, and up the inside goes Felix zone. What a cracking maneuver for third position. And right to the back of Groovy now goes the AlphaTauri driver. Tries to swoop it around the outside, making no quarrels about it. Trying to get it. Look at that. Absolutely class. What a cracking maneuver. That is unbelievable on acceleration up the hill. And that is absolutely brilliant. Felix on into second position. Gerdman would want to be watching behind him here, because Felix on is on a mission here. Can he go? Was it last and first? Is that what he's going for? I think so. I'm not quite sure. Let me know in the comments. I think it might be a last and first challenge here for Felix on. Absolutely cracking stuff. But he has to catch Gerdman now in the race lead. Can he do it? That's going to be the question. We'll keep an eye on that one. But here we go. We look behind for and Dipwind. Dipwind coming under pressure here on the restart. Around the outside. Look at that. Class stuff through turns 12 for the McLaren driver on their mediums. Dipwind hanging it around the outside. Can capitalise? We wait and see. Onto the front straight we go. Dipwind pulls into the slipstream and towards turns 1. Braking zone now. Dipwind is up the inside. Can hold it on the outside. Dipwind understeers in and gets spun around. There we go. And there's his team. There's his mate Alligator waiting for him, having his own issues out there as well. So Dipwind and Alligator coming to issues down there. Though was as on the outside as he possibly could, and that was it. But let's have a look quick back at Felix Zone's passes here, because they are absolutely phenomenal. Have a look at the side by side here. So we keep an eye on the left of the line. He's gone now. He's racing, but on the right hand side is the restart here. Groovy gets caught napping, you have to say. Felix Zone right in the back of Assassin, and the rest of the guys behind are capitalising. Felix Zone straight away into turn 1, makes no bones about it. Assassin can't do anything about it either. And look at him, he's already on the back of Groovy. Through turns 2 and 3 we go, and he pulls to the outside here, picks up more grip as well, and Groovy gives him racing room in fairness to her. And then on acceleration, that's the story. There you go, down towards turns 4, 5 and 6. Happy camper goes Felix on, and he's losing time now to Gerdman. Gerdman's had to pull the pin here, but the guys, they need to keep them mediums in check, because the rest of the guys behind are all on them hards. The ultimate strategy here. Is it going to prove dividends in the final moments of this Grand Prix? Lap 19 of 36 on the board. Still plenty to go for these drivers. This is the International Friends Racing League. It's round 12. It's the final from Zandvoort. Brought to you by Lemony Tang. So Carew is right in the back of Tricker there as well. Big battles are happening all over here after that safety car restart. The race leader has pulled himself a tasty advantage. Felix Zone likewise the Groovy. And then Assassin 1 second behind, just out of the DRS zone. Oh, look at this. Good slipstream here from Carew. Pulls out to the inside on Tricker down the main straight here. Tricker doesn't have any answer towards the braking zone. And that is a slam dunk maneuver. Cold Steel very close to the back of Assassin as well, but can't quite make that move stick. The Scuderia driver, try as he might, is finding a Assassin-sized car in front of him, and is pretty wide, you'd have to say. Good maneuvers here from the Williams driver as we look back now towards Cold Steel and Jamie. Says Jamie having a cracking race here, you have to say, but piling on the pressure on Cold Steel, a championship protagonist as well, a race winner here this year in his own right. Little bit loose for the Scuderia driver. Is Jamie's just gonna make any gains? Not quite into turns 11 and 12. We got a yellow flag out there as well. Don't know what's quite happening. We're alright so far. Is fighting Briggsy, but Briggsy may have had a bit of a spin. We'll worry about that one later. Assassin onto the front straight now, using a bit of ERS. Cold Steel can't quite close up, and the same can't be said for Jamie Sus behind and Carew as well. So yeah, there we go. This is a pretty tight battle towards the front here, but no one's really gaining or losing at the same time. Ashburn and Same Power side by side in turn 1. Ash trying to go around the outside. Same Power relinquishes the position in 13th and 14th. Ashburn into 13th there. Carew is still trying his hardest on the back of Jamie up in front. Closes right up in the braking zone, but can't quite make anything of it. Into turn 10, hairpin now. Can he do anything? Am is right in the back of Briggsy. Am is pressuring Briggsy here, I have to say. Briggsy might be suffering from some damage, I'm not quite sure, but he's coming under extreme pressure from the car behind. A new fastest lap time from Felix on, and we look at that lap time, it's a 1.2 second gap to the race leader. Here we go, Assassin's up the inside, look at this, we right up, oh no, I can't believe it, Jamie's been spun! Cold Steel and Assassin were battling into the corner, and Cold Steel, trying to take advantage, just runs into the side of him. Jamie Suss is out of the race. He's retired, he's thrown the toys out of the cot. He's retired on the track, and that is unfortunate because there was still plenty of racing left in this Grand Prix form. He's thrown his toys out. Hope he's alright. LT Tang, I didn't mute my replay that time around because I wanted to let you listen to me jinxing the car behind for the safety car, but we worry about it later. Jamie says retires out of the Grand Prix after contact with Cold Steel and Assassin. Don't know if I kind of got that or not. Let's have a look here, side by side. Hopefully I did. Cold Steel trying to take advantage, just runs into the side of him. Jamie no, just missed it. Sickener. Ah well, what are you meant to do? Oh, very wide for the Alfa Romeo there of Carew. Trying it on down the front straight now. Nobody quite able to make any gains, but Felix on is right behind the race leader. He's piling that pressure on. Let's ride on board with the AlphaTauri driver and see what's happening here. The lead has eroded from Gurman up in front. Is there tyre management going on? Is there a race flat out to the finish here? I'm sure that's what Felix Zone is trying his hardest at the moment. He sees that race lead. He knows they're on the same tyres. This is the battle for the win. And Gurman has looked very tasty out in front all race long, you have to say. But Felix Zone bringing it to him here. Lap 23 of 36. And this is where it's at, ladies and gentlemen. Absolute cracking stuff. 9 lap ball mediums for these guys. So they're going to have to stop for a set of softs, so I would assume. If they have to stop for a set of softs, Groovy, Cold Steel & Co. are definitely in the pound seat. That could be what's happening here. We'll have to wait and see. We'll be right on board the Felix zone, piling the pressure. That gap is down to 6/10 now. The rest of the guys as well. Look at this. These guys are real tight here. Briggsy is being passed by yellow flags out there. Ashburn's dropping down. Mercedes having an absolute shocker here this evening. The rest of the guys making their way through nicely, ham and cheesy. But the race leaders are onto the back straight now. Alligator and Dipwind down into turn 1. They found themselves in 14 and 15, but still are racing extremely hard. This is one to watch as well. I tell you now, we've got battles for the race lead. The last place position on the thing in the race. 4th position as well, side by side between these two drivers now towards turns 4 and 5, 6 we go, 7, look at that, around the outside goes Dipwind, absolutely class maneuver, unbelievable stuff, what an absolute cracker, and that is what it's all about here, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely deadly. Keeping one eye on this Felix Zone and Gurman battle as well, I have to say. Oh no! Assassin smashed the wall! Assassin's out of the Grand Prix! And that's a safety car! I can't believe it! What an absolute huge accident there! Assassin's being punted into the wall. He's still in the Grand Prix. I can't believe he's still in the Grand Prix after that one. Oh my word. Joy True for a spin or Dipwind. Oh, mate. It's all kicking off here for the IF4L. What are they going to do here for the race lead? What's Dipwind and Alligator going to do? Dipwind's coming in. Alligator is not a happy camper. He's just pitted in fairness. Gurman in the Felix Zone. Are they going to pit here? Shocking. Shocking scenes. Assassin's still in the Grand Prix. That's even more shocking than what we've seen, to be fair. Because he done a Carlos Sainz. He just took a hard right into a left-hander. In fairness, he must have got loosey-goosey or pitted around through turns 2. And once you're pitched and the car's gripping on that, you can't save it. It's straight into the wall you go. It might as well be head on. So Gurman's going for softs. Felix Zone's on a set of softs. Here we go. Groovies on them hards. Cold Steel on them hards. The Constructors Champions trying to do a strategy masterclass. Can they do it? Felix Zone's on mediums, in fairness. Gurman's on softs. The rest of the field are all on mediums and softs. Let's have a look at this replay here while the rest of the guys sort themselves out behind. Because hopefully we got both incidences in. But we'll have a look now. So, I'm going to look at the replay here. I'm going to... Oh yeah, good man. Redo that. So, the Avatari race leaders, 14th and 15th. Absolutely class stuff from these guys side by side. So, let's have a look at that one more time. So, Alligator's trying to make the move on Dipwind. Alright, so Dipwind hangs it around the outside. Fair enough, I thought he made the move. But look at this. Through the exit here. Alligator on them saucy tires, man. Tries to make the move around up the inside. But I tell you, Alligator just hangs it around the outside. There you go. See you later. That's the story. It's all null and void now because one of them gets a Joy 2 penalty under the safety car. But that was a good battle between these two drivers. And then we cut now towards the battle into the hairpin. And we see in the background the Williams being speared directly into the wall. And that is the safety car that we've been brought out with. So let's have a look at that one more time as we pause this down. So he's already a little bit pitched. You just see on the right hand side he's already being pitched. So I'm not quite sure what happened. The stewards are going to have a look at this one. But there we go. Into the wall he goes. Bang! I'm very surprised he did not crash out of the Grand Prix instantly. Safety car was called out instantly, but he gets away with it. Hopefully it's only a front wing damage. and he can be back in it. But yeah, let me know. That is absolutely mad. LT Tang. Oh yeah, another safety car. I like your style. And yeah, hopefully now I've remuted my replays. So, sound as a pound. Buddy, Gurman's an interesting one now. He looked like he had it in the bag. But now, he's under pressure on softs behind the two Ferraris. Formidable duo, these two, that is for sure. No matter what tyres they're on. Gurman's in a pretty saucy position though with brand spanking new softs. But Felix on is in fourth on brand new mediums. Can then softs last? It's going to be a question. Are we going to get the safety car in this lap as well? I don't know. Does anyone know the lottery numbers? I don't know either. Let me know in the old chat if you got any tips, hints, tricks, or whatever. Ruby, still no sign of this safety car coming in this lap, unfortunately. I'm sure we'll be going around for one more time. We are indeed giving Gurman a slight reprieve on them softs. Rather a safety car lap than a racing lap any day of the week. And it should be sorting everyone's fuel out as well. Gurman's looking on hard on the red there. So is Groovy, Cold Steel. Everyone's looking low. But that might be just the game itself. The game itself, show me. We'll be back in a minute. We are back. And the dog is sorted. So none of the front runners have a penalty here either, which is great stuff because it's going to be a race to the flag now, basically. Except for and Dipwin having issues out there. I think Dipwin's got a drive through. Has 3 seconds, so fair play to him. Ruby, your race leader, is off on the grass. We caught that one on the stream. Can't get away from us here. Groovy takes over the safety car. Privileges, the safety car is in at the end of this lap. Gold Steel is in second with Gurman in third, Felix on in fourth, and Carew is your top 5. But we're right on board with the Scuderia driver and wait until she pulls the trigger and accelerates to bring this race back to green flag. Still hasn't quite gone yet. We ride on board with the TV camera, but the telemetry will tell us all. We caught out herself before. Can she catch these guys out? Accelerates now. There we go. Gurman is right up the inside. Look at this. I can't believe it. What an absolute storming restart from Gurman up the inside. What is going on? I can't believe it into turn 1. There's massive moves going on. Groovy's around here. Cold Steel's around here. So Groovy gets caught out there. I can't believe it. What is going on into turn 1? What a maneuver by Cold Steel. Tell you now, Groovy just got swarmed up there completely through turn 1. And Gurman's crashed down. I can't believe he's in the wall. He's been spun around, and that is the story. We go towards the front of the field. His car's spinning through. Same power as well. I tell you now, I don't know how he saved it. Everyone else having massive issues through the top of the hill here. Everyone scattering which way and every way. Don't know what's going on here in the commentary booth. That is absolutely crazy stuff from everyone. Settles themselves out. In fairness, Gurman's the only one, I tell you now, the only one ruined that restart. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Absolute disaster for Gurman. We'll see if we got that on the side by side. I know we're still racing hard here, but it's important because he was a championship. Sorry, he was a race contender. We have a look at the bottom right. The guys barreled into turn 1. That is absolutely amazing stuff between them drivers there. Groovy is under extreme pressure here from Felix on. Felix on around the outside. And makes the move stick, goes Felix on. Absolutely class on the bottom right. We see that replay, but pick and choose where you want to look because this race is kicking off. Absolutely class. Felix on takes second position. Groovy now under extreme pressure from Carew. Carew around the outside. Look at this, into the top right-hander, into turn 7. Carew tries it around the outside. I've never seen a maneuver around there. Into turn 8, can he do it? Into turn 9, still side by side between these two drivers. He's been forced wide, but he's on the inside of turn 10. Absolutely class. Absolutely class. What a class. Is it still done? Yes, it is. He's made the maneuver stick. Unbelievable. Tell you now, that is one of the best maneuvers you'll see all year, day, week long. Unbelievable stuff there. Boy, the Alfa Romeo driver, we got that now on the side-by-side replay. So we've seen that issue for Gernman already, so we won't worry about that one anymore. Felix on is right on the back of Cold Steel, your race leader. This is gonna be for it. Here we go. He's on mediums, and these are the hards have not worked out for the Ferrari drivers. It's the typical Scuderia strategy call, but they threw their hat in it. Might as well give it a go. Can Felix on make the maneuver stick though? This is the story as well. Them mediums might be overheated now at this stage. Oh no, Sam has spun and so has Briggsy. Unfortunately for them at the back. Not having a good one there with that one. Alligators also had issues as well, so there's a massive battle here between Alligators and as they're all fighting and recovering all at the same time into the hairpin. I tell you, Alligator is not having any of it. The Red Bull driver of Gurman's not trying to have any of it either, but he's just getting muscled out once more. Getting the short end of the stick is the Red Bull driver. Felix Zone is taking the race lead here down the front straight in towards the braking zone, and there we go. Into the race lead goes Felix Zone. Cold Steel relinquishes and settles into second. Carew now is into third with Groovy in fourth and Assassin in fifth. This is all kicking off. Alligators has had an issue into turn 1. We've all had an issue into turn 1. There's 3 cars spun around. Alligator and Am have spun into turn 1. Telling you now, there you go. We knew that was going to kick off, but we didn't quite catch it here in the stream. And Felix on starting to romp away with this one. Pulling up the strategy, getting lucky with the battles as well through the pack. And here we go. Up 17 positions. Felix on last to first this evening. Absolutely class. Still not over. I have to wait till the fat lady sings, as we say at the end of it. But it's looking increasingly like it's his race. 2.5 seconds to Cold Steel in second, coming under increasing pressure now from Carew and Groovy, with Assassin right behind here, and Tricker also in this race battle here. Here we go, side by side of Carew and Cold Steel into turn 1. There's not a single thing Cold Steel can do about it. Carew up the inside and makes the maneuver stick. And he is into second position now. Cold Steel and Groovy falling further and further behind. Assassin is the next car to try and tackle the Ferrari duo. Can he do anything towards turn 7 up the top of the hill? Not quite sure. We still have a yellow flag out there. Am has retired, unfortunately, into turn 7 at the top of the hill. Assassin thought about it, but thought better of it. So this battle rages here between these drivers. It's the final position on the podium up for grabs. Yellow flag sector 1 and 2, but Am's car, who retired in the pit lane in fairness to him, is coming back out onto the track for whatever reason Codemasters thinks is irrelevant. Through the final 2 corners we go. This battle commences once more. The race leader on to lap 33 of 36. Down towards the inside. Defends. Groovy Assassin tries it around the outside. Can he do anything about it? No, not quite. Good racing from them two drivers. Groovy defended in time. Assassin tried it on, but didn't quite have anything towards turns 1. And it's again status quo for another lap. 34 of 36 it is now started, I should say. German's crashed. Oh no, he's retired in the pit lane. He's throwing the gloves in. He would have been on for points. Finishers are getting points here this evening. Goes down to 15th, so don't know what's going on there. Anyway, Assassin, hard luck to Gurman in fairness. Pole position by a fantastic qualifying lap. Leading from the start of the race as well, and just came a cropper with 1 or 2 safety cars or pit stop calls. And that's all she wrote. Pedro Lamy and Ashburn battling into the hairpin chicane of 11 and 12. Gets away with it. Ashburn gets the position. As we rejoin this battle now, Groovy in 4th, protecting Cold Steel. The sister Scalarias, they all go towards the inside again, trying to pick up the slipper stream towards turn 1. Assassin makes the move, stick around the outside, but again in towards turn 1. Groovy is still there. Assassin though on the exit gets shown the door once more. Frustration rising and rising and rising, but we are on the penultimate lap of the race and the penultimate lap of the championship. It's been an absolute pleasure. The IFRL are an absolute class bunch of guys. Do check them out for future races as well. Hopefully I can get this thing sorted, because I can see that's after having an issue. Here we go. Alright, and we're back. This stream, I don't know what's going on. That's Formula 1 causing the stream that to crash, unfortunately. Hopefully it wasn't too much of an issue. Yeah, frozen. I don't know when you said that. Hopefully it wasn't too many laps. Up the inside goes the Williams. Not quite. Assassin still very close to the cars up in front. Groovy in 4th. We should be back at it now. I can see. Lap 32. We're on the last lap here. What's going on here? Assassin up the inside. And still can't quite make the maneuver. Stick, Pedro Lamy and all fighting behind. But as I have just sorted out, I don't know why this game does wreck itself sometimes. It's ridiculous. Anyway, towards turn 7 and 8 we go for the final time. The race leader is out and about with this one, with Carew gonna get 2nd and Cold Steel looks like he's gonna get 3rd, but the battle is on for 4th, 5th and 6th. This is where it's at here. Who's gonna get it? Groovy is doing a valiant defensive job up in front. Assassin, try as he might, still hasn't made the maneuver stick. But U10 for the final time now towards turn 11 and 12. Not really any much of an overtaking maneuver. Groovy defends the inside. Shows the intent, he ain't gonna get by here. Sonny Jim into turns 11 and 12 we go. And let me ride on board here. Felix Zone comes out of the last corner here. He weaves towards the start-finish line because he wins the Grand Prix here for the International Friends Racing League. An absolute masterclass after the safety car. Carew gets 2nd. Cold Steel gets 3rd. And look at that, a little bit of a crash there for Groovy and Assassin across the line. Groovy gets 4th. Assassin in 5th, with Ashburn in 6th, Tricker in 7th. Pedro Lamy in 8th, Sprixie in 9th, and St. Powers your top 10. What an absolute class race we've after having here. Just take me note. But ladies and gentlemen, Felix Zone wins the Grand Prix for the International Friends Racing League for the final Grand Prix of the championship. It's Felix Zone who's the winner. Carew gets 2nd and Cold Steel gets 3rd. And your championship winner Groovy gets 4th position. Absolutely class driving from every single one of them drivers this evening. Brilliant race, absolutely amazing stuff. Cannot say anything better for the guys through the championship as well. It's been an absolute pleasure to commentate. But it's Felix Zone, ladies and gentlemen, who wins the Grand Prix this evening. Carew joins him on the podium and Cold Steel as well in third, but the trophy is raised. The smiles and the celebrations start here, and there's only one thing left for it, ladies and gentlemen. It's the champagne! What a class Grand Prix we have been treated to here this evening, as always, for the IFRL Championship, the International Friends Racing League. Felix Owen wins the final Grand Prix this evening. Carew gets second and Cold Steel is in third. That is your podium positions. But Groovy, your championship winner, in fourth, celebrates the ultimate prize this evening, wins the Monday championship. Absolutely amazing. Congratulations to her in the Scuderia car. Assassin in fifth this evening, with Ashburn in sixth, Tricker in seventh, and Pedro Lamy in eighth, Sprixie in ninth, and Saint Power is your top 10. Alligator in 11th, with Dipwind in 12th. Them guys are battling so hard this evening. Briggsy in 13th, Gurnman then in 14th, retired out there. Am retired out there as well. Jamie Sus retired. Super Saiyan and Tok also retired. What an absolute class Grand Prix we have been treated to this evening. And I must say, what a class championship I have had the pleasure of commentating all season long. It's been an absolute pleasure for the International Friends Racing League. If you like what you're seeing, I sure do myself. Check out their Discord, get in touch, get in contact. Great bunch of lads. But for me, it's been the International Friends Racing League. It's been round 12. It's been the final from Zandvoort. Congratulations to Groovy, your championship winner. Felix Owen, the race winner this evening. Carew in second and Cold Steel in third. It's been myself, Lemony Tang. It's been an absolute pleasure. Have a great one. And until the next time, all the best.